Recording in progress.
Welcome, dear one, to this space. Thank you for finding me. For me, right now, it's morning and it's dark outside. And in this space where we have gathered together, let's take a minute to think about what it means that we're different. And so many of us end up struggling with accepting ourselves and accepting this moment of our lives. And as I was pondering that this morning, I was thinking about how what that represents is this belief that somehow this moment, that we in this moment should be different from how we actually are, that something should be different, the circumstances, our behavior, something. And that creates a dissatisfaction, which is a judgment, often against ourselves or projected outwards onto others. And it creates an energy that just creates more of itself. And it's a pattern, it's a habit, a way of being and thinking that isn't supportive of ourselves. It isn't supportive of change. So I wanted to speak to that because we can practice acceptance. We can practice love. We can practice self-love. And often that requires forgiveness, practicing forgiveness and understanding what that is. And while it may be difficult at first, it's also a skill and a way of being that we can get better at and we can come to more quickly and pass through the stages of it more quickly so that we can get on to the acceptance and the beauty of being an individual. You see, that's the thing that's at the core. It's the need to accept the truth that you are individual. We are individual. We are unique. You are not like anyone else. And when you judge yourself for not being like everyone else, for your life not looking like someone else's, that's a disconnect from your own value. And I am not desiring to put any additional demand upon you, but rather to speak compassion and hope and trust into your life. Because I too have walked this path. This has been my journey as well. And I still have so many moments where I catch myself judging my life for not looking different from how it is. But the beautiful thing that I am so thankful for is that I have been learning to catch myself and to stop that thought and to remind myself how much I love being me, living my life. The external circumstances may not yet reflect everything that I would like for them to be. But my heart, my life, my thinking is changing. My being, my doing is changing. And I know that my circumstances will also change. And in the meantime, the most important thing is holding oneself in honor and respect and appreciation, because you are, I am, we are unique, one of a kind, and yet we are all intertwined. And one way of being is not better ultimately than another way of being. Our way of being is significant in the results and the experiences that we have, but it is not more or less valid or valuable. We are all special and unique. And this morning, as I was thinking about this concept and understanding, I was reminded of a poem that I wrote several years ago that talks about who each of us is in relation to the bigger scope of the created world, if you will, whatever you want to think of as the source of all of that. But thinking about the entire material existence. It's called Once Upon a Time. Once upon a time, in a world far away, where forever lasts only a minute and a day, there was a wise king who loved himself so that he fractaled himself and set himself go. He spoke and created worlds of galaxies and dreams, then set it all free to experience what living means. As true kings will do, he joined in the ball, and when he had lived it all and all, he cried out, "Come, let's do it again." And so was born the world of men, who remain confused by the plot. The strategy strange for God to exist in material planes. And so we spin on as fractals of God, so close we can't see him while we infinity trod. So don't forget where you began, that you're more than you seem. For human or not, you're more than a thought. Your spirit creating a dream. You are eternal magic, discovering what living means. Poem. I understand the challenge that it is to maintain the perspective of our place in infinity, when what we've been taught is that this very moment is the one that's important, the only one that's important, that this life is the extent of our existence, that it is important that we become and do and be and have everything all at once. Because you only get one chance. And you only get one chance to make a good first impression. You only get one chance. And I've come to say, it's not true. There is this moment to love being you. There is this moment to appreciate who you are, the opportunity to be alive, to take the pressure off of yourself to perform in a specific way. Because in the end, at the end of this life, it's not about the things that you've acquired, but it's about how well you've loved yourself and the experiences along the way. And there is nothing in love that beats up on you. Love doesn't judge. love loves and accepts this moment and creates space and grace for love to grow, to expand, to include others, to be so big that there is just more. And whatever the capacity is in this moment is adequate for this moment. However small, however expansive, it is enough. And you are enough. And I am so excited to be a part of this. I am honored to be a part of your journey. Thank you for sharing mine with me and allowing me to share yours with you. I wish you blessings and hope and love today. So it is, so it is, so it be.